GOP now. Donald Trump beefing up his financial team as the team knows they need enormous sums of cash for the general election. But some big donors who want to back Trump still don't know where the heck to send their money. And Trump's campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, telling the Washington Post recently this: Mr. Trump continues to disavow all super PACs. Barry Bennett is a senior advisor to the Trump campaign. He joins me for the real story on this today. So Barry, you know, Sheldon Adelson, a billionaire out in Las Vegas, he has said that he wants to support Donald Trump's campaign so he can give, you know, the smaller amounts to the RNC and to Trump's campaign. But if he can't give to a massive super PAC, I mean, I'm talking like $100 million, what's he going to do?
I have a feeling that the solution will be found very quickly.
No doubt. But I mean, here's the thing. Ed Rollins, you know, he's a well-known Republican pundit. He worked on the Reagan campaign. He said, and he's advising the Great America PAC, one of the pro-Trump groups. He says this: we're all marching forward without clear direction at this point. So Barry, you're an advisor. What is the direction going to be to try and get this super PAC money?
Well, I think that the team, well above my pay grade, is working on that as we speak, and I think that it'll all become very clear very fast.
Okay, so could it be that Mr. Trump, even though one of the most popular things he said in order to get the nomination, presumptively, was that he was self-funded? That got the biggest applause line whenever he went out on the trail. But could it be now that he is going to have to take this super PAC money because he may need $1 billion?
Yeah, I mean, he has self-funded the primary, and now that the primary is over and we head to the general, it suddenly becomes a, you know, some people are calling it $1 billion general. So, you know, there's money to be raised for the RNC, for the convention, for all kinds of things. So we'll start traditional fundraising for those.
All right. Let's talk about another strategy that has been percolating over the last couple of hours, and this defies conventional wisdom and political trends. I'm showing a map now on the screen. These are states that haven't gone Republican for a pretty long time, except for Ohio there, because of course you have to win that to become president if you're a Republican. So what is this strategy, Barry, to go after, you know, Florida, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, my home state, Michigan, Wisconsin, etc.?
Well, I think if you look at those states, all those states have one thing in common. There are lots of lost manufacturing jobs in those states. They're states where Republican registration increased dramatically in the last few months, and as a result, Mr. Trump is doing very well. So I think, you know, this campaign will be about putting states on the board, not taking them off. And my guess is, you know, even more will come on the board as we get through this process.
Yes, so Trump told the Associated Press in a recent interview, "I will win states that no Republican would even run in." So that's part of the strategy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a total shift. I mean, if you look at, you know, Ohio is like I do. I mean, Youngstown, Ohio had 16,000 registered Republicans at the beginning of the year, and right now they have close to 38,000.
Wow.
There's a big shift going on.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, now tomorrow you're going to be at a meeting with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg discussing claims of bias in the presentation of trending news on Facebook. So here's a veiled hit. I want you to remember this, Barry, because here's what he said about Trump. Zuckerberg did last month. Here it is.
I hear fearful voices calling for building walls and distancing people they label as others, for blocking free expression, for slowing immigration, reducing trade, and in some cases around the world, even cutting access to the internet.
He was talking about your candidate, I believe, Mr. Trump. So is there bias at Facebook?
Well, we're going to talk about some of that blocking of expression tomorrow. You know, we just want to make sure that Facebook, which is a very powerful medium, a fabulous tool for politics, but it's got to be right down the middle. It's got to be fair and balanced.
Well, I've heard that slogan before. But are you concerned that it hasn't been thus far, especially when Donald Trump, I mean, he has so much power on social media? Are you concerned that Facebook has not been fair up until this point, and will they change?
Well, I mean, the allegations that are currently were made last week about it's the news algorithm that is the issue that we're going to hear about tomorrow. And I think, you know, we're all going to pretend we're from Missouri. We're going to go out there and they're going to have to show us what the algorithm is and how it's incorruptible. Because all we want is fair and balanced.
Okay, that's all we want here as well. Barry, report back to us. Let us know what you think about that meeting. Thank you.
We will.